birth of Duff was at 600 King Street on a balmy evening when Dee Dee was making way too much noise for poor Helga next door, who was trying to get an early night. And there was a knock at our door and no one did answer it for ages, and there was a lot more knocks until someone said, "Someone's at the door."
What is this doof 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 all night long? This is not music.
Revolution has to include all people.
Doof 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 doof. Within a week was what's famously become known as Duff.
In the beginning, there was a Sydney punk scene.
The DIY rebellion against the whole dinosaur, big corporate, big label, big stadium rock thing.
Just look at, you know, the difference that the punk movement made to you know, to the way youth culture's evolved over the preceding generations to now, you know, and the way people have co-opted those DIY attitudes and stuff, and you can see it everywhere.
The ethos of punk was very DIY, and the whole trance, underground computer music, Atari, you know, weird music that happened in the 80s was also of a DIY mentality that meant that people at home with home computers could make their own, you know, music.
Early electronic music, there was a sense of creating a new reality, which punk opened the door for.
The ideology of anarchism and punk got transferred, and DIY culture got transferred and inspired by electronic music. Parties as a platform for political action was born.
The whole techno nomad, travelling nomad, reclaiming free space, doing parties, illegal parties, it was just a hop, skip and a jump from the politics of punk.
And so there's a real philosophy, I think, of the whole movement of reclaiming space, because basically we were told we couldn't have any space, so we just went, well, screw you, we're going to take it.
Their eviction became almost street theatre, with commentary from above.
Who's the real vandal here, eh?
In Jellyheads kind of started because we were sick of the scenes in the pubs, being alcohol and being really regulated, and not really, the culture couldn't express itself. And so the Jellyhead party started up.
So suddenly the Jellyhead punk nights had a DJ at the end of them, and then a DJ in the middle of them, and then fuck the punk bands, let's just have all DJs. We'd have 300 people filling up Jellyheads on a Friday to punk bands, and then we'd have 300 people filling up Jellyheads on a Saturday with this new shit from overseas that was finding its way into the Australian underground.
These kind of weird new machines that came that produced wiggly, futuristic sounds that nobody had ever heard before. Dancing to sort of spacey, galactic, otherworldly music.
And I think that's why people hooked into the whole vibe tribe thing. It was that sort of tribalism.
Trans-tribal transcendentalism.
And then after a time, the Jellyhead venue itself got shut down. But by now I think the movement had sort of realised this liberating thing that we could just reclaim space around the city of Sydney in order to do parties.
It was a really interesting concept to go in and take a space, turn it into a place of vibrant enjoyment and people getting together and sharing ideas.
We just heard that there was something going on, and this something was people travelling around the world, predominantly at this time, late 80s, early 90s. It was going in India.
The energies of people coming together through dance music, electronic body music, it's that sort of collective spirit that really to be part of, to experience, is a powerful force.
The feeling that we DJs had then in Goa was that we were like channeling this kind of new, romantic, neo-primitive, pulsing, rhythmic music for people to trance out to, and it wasn't geared around artists standing on a stage like in the rock days. The love experience was in the centre of the dance floor. The focus and the feeling was in the centre of the dance floor. The focus was not up on a stage looking at personalities, artists doing a show.
There was a clash of subculture, a clash of geographic cultures, a clash of lots of things, and that those sparks are what produce new revolutions and new ideas.
So yeah, the first Vibe Tribe party from memory, although I'm not sure how good my memory is from 20 odd years ago, was in Sydney Park, and we actually got away with that party and ran that party all night.
As soon as there's some sort of unity from different angles and those cusps are felt and touched, you get that explosion of appeal.
This was the sort of the bushfire that got the whole Duff scene going in Australia, and then it happened in Victoria and other places.
I was one of the sort of the chief instigators of the Happy Valley parties and movement, Abel and I and his brother. And we did the first one in 91.
I mean, it was like Woodstock, it was like Woodstock.
Because you're into something and because you give out things, you attract similar. So suddenly, we came into contact with Ming and Abel Polo.
That collective unconsciousness where we're all sort of thinking the same thing at the same time, and we're into the same music at the same time, and had the same ideas. We felt that on the dance floor we could make the world a better place, and we did.
The feeling that I got from the first kind of Vibe Tribe / Duff parties was that it felt like that it could change society.
Every Vibe Tribe party was just such an amazing vibe. I don't know any other thing that's been as consistently awesome as Vibe Tribe.
Core to the Vibe Tribe experience was this ethos of do it yourself as a political statement about power, about taking back power.
How can a group of 10, 20 people cause such panic around the city where armed policemen on horses have to turn up?
I think everybody who came through that period and at that time became touched with this idea that you can do things yourself rather than sitting around and waiting for someone else to do it.
It's gonna bring the whole world looking in on one stage.